Hello, my name is Yakubu Abdul Razak. I am a 26-year-old Ghanaian, and I am the Programs Officer for the Enslavement Prevention Alliance West Africa. Catherine, I actually spoke with you about on the 18th of February 2010 concerning the age limitation that I saw on your application form. And I told you I was 26 years old, and the age limitations was between 18 to 25 years old. And you told me to actually speak about it when I'm making my video. Enslavement Prevention Alliance West Africa is an NGO or non-governmental organization at the forefront of combating or eliminating all forms of human trafficking within the West African sub-region. EPOA, or Enslavement Prevention Alliance, is focused on the commercial sexual exploitation of women and children. It is a gender-based organization. Actually, since our inception in 2007, the Enslavement Prevention Alliance has worked on a lot of cases where we've rescued victims of sex trafficking and victims of child abuse, victims of sexual exploitation, victims of domestic servitude, victims of other hazardous form of labor, which all boils down to human trafficking. I really am happy to know that a bold step has been taken to strengthen the demand side of human trafficking, to fight against the demand side of human trafficking. I think it's a very laudable idea, and we in Ghana are actually practicing that and trying to send the message across to the people of Ghana and the people within the West African region to also endorse fighting the demand side of what? Trafficking. We believe that if people are not given the opportunity to purchase or do not go in to pay for, then no one will actually supply. And now, if there is no demand, definitely there should be no supply. So this would actually curb or reduce or totally remove the inhuman treatment and where men or other people use women and children for their own sexual gratification, which is actually uncalled for and is what we refer to as the modern day slavery. I believe you are aware too. As I said, what I would bring you or what I would be bringing to this particular workshop is to discuss with the panel over there or the members of the workshop about what we in Africa or what our organization has been doing, and I would like to share some of our experiences and our challenges in the fight to eliminate human trafficking within the West African sub-region. It will be an opportunity to be able to use these important information that I will get from the workshop to help change some of the problems that we are facing. Maybe our challenges would have been somebody's easy work, so we can learn how a person makes this thing easy. How do you coordinate with your governments, especially fighting human trafficking? How do you manage with the security forces? What are your challenges? How do you really relate with these people? And what are the form of collaborations that other organizations in your respective countries have introduced that have helped you in the fight against human trafficking? Thirdly, I think that the best way I would like to use in spreading the message is by using the internet. The internet today in Africa or in Ghana is actually a wonderful experience that most African youth are engaged in it. They spend most of their times on the internet. They are very active on the internet, on certain social networks like Facebook, Twitter, High Five, you name them. And I think that I already have a Facebook page. And if you go to my Facebook page, which is named under my organization, which is a Enslavement Prevention Alliance West Africa. I do a whole lot of advocacy work on it. I have a discussion forum where people go in there to talk about prostitution, to talk about child trafficking, child abuse. What are some of them? I try to find out people's views, people's perceptions about prostitution. Do they think it is a matter of choice, or these women are actually coerced into these activities? So when I am able to solicit these ideas from them, I get to know how they feel, how they think, what are their understandings about these issues of human trafficking, child prostitution, child labor, all this. And when I get these ideas, then what I do is that those that need to be corrected, those are perceptions that need to be proven right, those are perceptions that need to be actually amended, I do it on the internet for them, so people get to learn. So it's more of a learning process. So I think that what I would rather do is to enforce or build upon that social network thing, reach out to other social networks apart from Facebook, so that I can engage more youth in deliberating on issues of human trafficking. I believe education is always the key. So that is one of the tools that I would be using, apart from what I am doing already with the grassroots outreach programs, going to communities, into schools, and educating them on human rights and violations and abuses. February the 14th, our organization, and led by a team of our investigative journalists, came out to do an investigation that led to the rescue of 7 Chinese sex trafficking victims. This is a news article on it, inside the Chinese sex mafia. What we can show you also is that what you can see here is the president, the former president J.A. Kufuor. During that event, he endorsed and said a lot about it, and he recommended our organization. He was pleased with what we have done. And I would also like to show you, these are the pictures of the victims that you can see here when they were rescued in the brothel, which was an alleged restaurant, which wasn't true. Down there you can see, over here is the trafficker. His face has not been covered because he needs to be exposed so that people will know that he is a trafficker. And the victims here, what you can see is that we've actually blurred their faces so that we can prevent people from knowing them and providing them anonymity, so that they can have another chance to go back into the society and do something better. And I hope that if I'm given the nod, I would actually make a tremendous contribution to your workshop. I thank you for listening to me, and I hope to hear from you. Thank you.